Well, my name is Mendel Jiménez. My home is in Orlando, Florida. I went to Vassar College in Poughkeepsie, New York. There, I double majored in Greek and Roman studies and French and Francophone studies. And I saw a course description that said civilization in question, addressed like the big books, the old like ancient books, and then it had it covered like different books that responded to them over the centuries. And so that was my first exposure to the classics really in a sustained manner. And I was really excited by the kind of questions we were asking, like the history of ideas, the reception of these ancient ideas and those questions. So I decided to look into the department more. And then I took an ancient Greek class and I just really fell in love with studying these ancient civilizations and like their different perspectives on life, which are just so different than anything I've ever encountered. And it's been a hugely rewarding experience. It's really opened to my eyes the power of literature and art to like change the world and change the way we think about the world, the way we recognize different connections in history and ourselves and our communities. So I just thought it was a really profound study and I don't regret it at all. And I'm so excited to continue with my graduate studies, looking at the questions that I was able to like form during my undergrad. I'm going to be getting a master's degree at the École Normale Supérieure de Lyon. It's otherwise known as the ENS de Lyon. So I chose to apply there for several reasons. I think the first was the history of the institution. The ENS de Lyon was established in the tradition of the original ENS of Paris, which was founded in 1794 during the French Revolution. As someone who's really interested in the theater and literature of that period, I think the 17th and 18th centuries, it means a lot for me to participate in the tradition of learning and scholarship that began during that period, and which has influenced the formation of the République in French history. My project is a reception studies-based project. So I'm looking at adaptations of Greek tragedy during the 17th and 18th centuries in France. And so by comparing the adaptation and the original text, it can give us insights into the past and present by tracing the history of ideas. So I'm really interested in going to the past to better understand how this idea came about in order to just better give suggestions and ideas about how to address problems that we're facing today. And so Fulbright's goal of promoting mutual understanding is really an excellent way of like putting into practice what I'm learning, especially, as we've seen with COVID, there's been many discussions about, to what extent should we be responsible for the public good, for example, with these lockdowns and all of that. So I just think Fulbright's goal is just so important, especially for our time, because we're trying to find solutions to problems that need consensus and mutual understanding. I'm really interested in Greek tragedy, and in Lyon, there's this ancient theater. It's called the Theater Fourvière. I think it was built in 15 BCE. And so I'm most excited to go spend some time in that theater and to watch a performance in real time. During these COVID times, we've had actually some extra time because we're like in lockdown and we've had to like stay at home. So I think we should make use of that extra time by spending time with ourselves. I think that it's actually a perfect time to like get a journal and to do some self-knowledge, do some introspection, because I think that's so important to get to know yourself and then to change your way of thinking. And when we do that, I think that we're ready to make the world a better place.